Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kara and in today's video I'm going to be doing the fourth video in my Real Talk series, and it is going to be about finding love online. And I have some personal experience with this, so if you want to find out my hints and tips and advice, then please keep watching. I never thought that finding love online would ever happen to me until I met my boyfriend, who I've been with for 2 years and almost 3 months, and we were connected, like found each other online through a mutual friend who, may I add, is not our friend anymore. Anyway, so basically we were on Facebook. She said add this guy and she said to him add this girl. We started talking. We talked for like three and a bit weeks, all day. We talked on text, we called each other, we Facebooked, like messaging, and then about 3 weeks after we started talking, we went on our first date, and then a week later he came over to my house and he asked me out, and the rest is history. So that's my personal experience. And when I was younger, I did have a few online boyfriends, I guess you could say. They weren't obviously love, but I guess you could say I found a boyfriend online. Not really. They were more just somebody to talk to when I was lonely. Yeah. So my first point is make sure you know you're talking to. I did raise this point in my meeting online internet friends, but this is more important, I think, when meeting somebody who you are falling for online. There are so many cases of women and men meeting up with somebody at their house, not going in a public place, not going to somewhere where other people are around, and going to their place and they are abused, they are assaulted, and there's no one to back them up because they're at their house, the person then knows where they live, and they are on their own. So my first piece of advice is meet the person in a public place and know who you're meeting. Do not meet somebody who you have only seen one picture of, you've never heard their voice, and you have never, like, no one knows who he is, like, say, or who she is. So, you know, sometimes you might have mutual friends, which is good because then you can get other people's advice on that person. But if they have no mutual friends at all, which is obviously going to be, that may happen sometimes, they have no mutual friends at all, you have not seen a picture of them, you've not video chatted, you've not especially called. If they've never called you, and you've never heard their physical voice, that's probably a warning sign for me, because sometimes people catfish, and if it's a guy pretending to be a girl, they're not going to want to call, are they? Because they're obviously going to find out straight away when they answer the phone and go, hello, instead of, hello. So obviously, that's the first point. My second point is make sure you meet in a public place, which I've already said. So make sure there's a place where people are around, someone knows where you're going. So make sure you let a friend or a family member know where you're going, who you're with, and what time you roughly think you'll be home. The time when you'll roughly be home doesn't really matter because obviously things happen. You could be so amazed by this person, you want to stay with them longer, go out for a drink, go to the movies, blah blah blah. But if you let somebody know where you are and who you're seeing, then if anything does happen, then people are aware of where you are. My third point is leave your options open. I know some people get caught up into finding the one person and they're so in love with them and they never got to talk to anybody by themselves, and then, like, ever again, and then they get heartbroken because the person they're talking to is talking to 10 other girls at the same time and they don't care. All they wanted was a shag, and they don't want a relationship, and it's just heartbreaking. So if you feel like the person you're talking to isn't committed, don't tie yourself down. Have other options just in case anything happens. Talk to 1 or 2 other people, get to know them, and one of them, you never know, they may turn out to be the one you marry. You never know. So my fourth tip is, when using online dating profiles or Facebook, anything like that that you use, I don't know, Instagram, I don't know, make sure you are completely yourself. Don't put out a fake version of yourself that people are going to love, and you just think that if you put up the internet version of yourself, which is the happy, smiley, love life person, that's who you are. If you're somebody who likes to sit at home on Friday nights watching sad movies and cry over a bucket of popcorn and ice cream with your dog. Say that. People love honesty. I'm somebody who, if you lie to me, if you lie about who you are or what you do as a person, I find it very hard to believe anything they'll ever say again. So say if they say, oh, I have so many friends, I've got 1 million friends and I'm just so popular, and then you find out that they really only have one friend and that they never go out. It's kind of like, okay, I understand you're trying to make yourself look better, but just be honest. And I think, as I say, honesty is the best policy. My fifth tip is don't be afraid. I was petrified to go out on a date with my boyfriend. I was literally in the car shaking my hands for like this, and I saw him waiting for me across from where he was standing when I was on the other side of the road, and I said to my mum, do another block, because I was too scared to get out. So I had to go around the block again. She drove me. I was too scared to get out the first time, so I had to go around the block again, and I sat there and I was like, okay, this is a mutual decision. You both want to meet each other, so don't be scared. So follow your heart. Don't be scared. If you know that somebody is right for you, you will know it. Like, you'll get those nervous butterflies the first time you meet them. You'll know that it's right. And so don't be scared. Put yourself out there. I know it's scary. I know the fear of being rejected and being told that you're not worth it or I don't want you is scary, but as I say, you've got to kiss a few toads to meet your prince. So I hope you guys like this video. If you do, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you've met your boyfriend / girlfriend online, please leave it in the comments below. I would love to hear other stories similar to mine on how I met my boyfriend and how long you've been together. So please let me know if you're in the same situation, and I'll see you all next week. Bye! Situations that happen in the world. So basically, one thing that is important about global warming is the melting of the ice caps, in particular in South and